treat. I'm getting treated in this house behind me. It has an office treatment room on one half and living quarters on the other half. This is the room that I'm staying in, which is a mess because I'm a messy gal. I'm a super sensitive human, and I am a whole week and a half into my health retreat here in California. I haven't had time to film because I've been so busy. I'm here in the backyard where I am staying, and it's good that I'm staying right next to the office because I have treatments 3 times a day at 9:30, 1:30, and 5:30 for like a total of 6 or 7 hours a day. So it's pretty intense. The rest of the time I am pretty much occupied eating or taking a walk or doing my hypnosis homework or doing YouTube stuff. The question on everybody's mind, question I keep getting texts about and stuff, is how am I feeling? I am a little bit tired right now. I still haven't gotten over the take a shower, feel exhausted thing. But last night I was feeling pretty good. I think that my pretty good might be somebody else's bad day, but I was really feeling like almost a little bit not depressed last night. A little bit of energy for life, a little bit of enthusiasm, optimism. So that's good. Last night was the strongest night so far of my treatment here, like the most effect in that area. I had some other small times where I was like, huh, I feel kind of good after that. There's also, you can examine my different symptoms individually, and I can tell you how some of those are doing, because there's little things that might not affect how happy I am, but add up in the long run. So like, I've noticed that we've done a lot of work on my arm. This shoulder has been dislocated about 12 times, and I've noticed it having a little bit more mobility than normal, like reaching for stuff in the shower that I wouldn't normally reach for without noticing it, but then I reach for it and notice that I didn't notice, if that makes any sense. In my teeth, I've been having like my teeth starting to rot since I got really stressed out in September from that whole fake breakup thing, and they seem like they're starting to re-enamel. I think a lot of people don't know that your teeth can re-enamel and repair the rot, but they can. And my teeth seems to be doing that. There's one that was really sensitive right here that is getting less sensitive, and I can eat on that side of my mouth again, sort of. And there's these rashes on my arms that also started only in September, and they're getting better. Can't even hardly see them now. They don't itch very much and seem to be healing. My sleep, well, has been better since several weeks before I came here. I started taking the supplements. I started taking calcium, which is supposed to help with sleep and relaxation, and seemed to do the trick, because I was waking up like almost every other night, every third night for a couple hours in the middle of the night, and since around then, I've only woken up a couple times, 2 or 3 times in the middle of the night, and always sleeping. Sometimes before I would only sleep like 7 hours or 6 hours some nights, and now I'm always sleeping like 9 hours. My anxiety also has been kind of steadily declining since before I got here. I still have it for sure, like if it used to be like in September, if it was like 10 out of 10 anxiety, now it's like all down to only 2, which is still bad. It still sucks and I still hate it and I want it to go away all the time. But before I could feel it, like my stomach was just constantly full of anxiety, and it would like, could feel it up in this arm, like there was like snakes living in my body. It's the energy of like this anxiety trying to like move its way out, which I think here is like a weak point in my, like an exit point somehow in my system. So everything like travels up this side and goes out here. I know that's weird, but my neck will start getting looser and cracking, and I think that that's actually like energy or emotions like coming out. And that was like 24/7 before. It was like that snaky feeling all the time. So hopefully all those symptoms continue to improve, and all the other little symptoms at the same time as the big symptoms like pain and fatigue start to get better. Because some of those, like I said, some of those symptoms are only new. So it's good that they're improving, but it's like I kind of like went in a hole for a while, and I'm just like, some of those are just like not even out of the hole yet, but other ones are kind of above where they used to be. As far as the treatments that I'm doing, besides my vitamins and stuff, I am doing a lot of light therapy. I do a red light bed for 20 minutes 3 times a day, and that stimulates, gives the mitochondria energy among other things. I could do a whole video on just like what the red light does, but you can look it up. I do a UV bed, which is because I have a very low vitamin D. Even though I was tan before I got here, my vitamin D level was only like 35, which is okay in modern medical standards, but not really progressive medical standards. It should be at least 40, and ideally like 80 for someone in my poor health. So doing the UV bed, that may also be helping my rashes if there's some kind of fungal nature, like irradiating them to death. And then there's the hyperbaric chamber. At first I was really nervous about the hyperbaric chamber, and I kind of had a panic attack afterward. Not in it, which is when you would think that you would have a panic attack, because it's like a claustrophobic space pod that you're enclosed in, but it was like 10 minutes after I got out. But I don't even know for sure if it was really the hyperbaric chamber, because I was getting work done on my pelvis at the time and laying face down on the chiropractic table, which has like the paper that goes across where you put your face for sanitary reasons is like has a triggering smell to me, both chemically and like emotionally, because it smells like that doctor's office smell. And I don't know, don't like doctor's offices. The other thing we're doing as far as the treatment that he actually does to me is not too many regular chiropractic adjustments, mostly meridian, muscle testing meridians and making sure they're flowing right, and doing the neuro-emotional technique for relieving stuck emotions, which involves testing certain statements and stuff. You might say, love means I feel abandoned, and love means people abandon me. And then, you know, if that tests positive, then you try and figure out like why or where you got that idea from, and release it doing the, you put your hand on a specific pulse point, but if you don't know pulse point, you can put it on all of them and do this and breathe in and out slowly, and try to intensify that emotion at first and then see if it kind of de-escalates or releases. And as far as some sort of objective marker that I might be getting better, you might have noticed that I'm wearing this dorky watch in all my videos. This is a Zoom bracelet that tracks various parameters, including my heart rate variability, and I noticed that it's been really high like the last couple mornings. It's been getting a lot higher. So it says 76 today. That's really high for me. If I look at the score detail, you can see a upward trend there in the last 4 days. Like it was 61, 56, 54, 65, 55, 56, 66, 72, 70, 76. So last night I was feeling really good, I said, and this morning it says it's 76, so that correlates. Huh. As Nick would say, sometimes violence is the answer, because I dropped my camera on the ground and then the black speck that's been in it moved to like the middle of the screen instead of the top where it sometimes goes away if I angle it right. And then I was like, oh no, I can't even use the camera like this, it's terrible, I'm gonna have to like get a new one. And so I just started banging it really hard, like banging the lens side down and everything, and I think I got it to go away. The black spot is seems to be gone entirely for now. So here's where I'm being treated. The office portion of the house. This is the main treatment room, and this is the hyperbaric chamber. It's just regular air, not extra oxygen like some of the professional chambers, but because of the simulates like a very low altitude, like going under sea, your regular oxygen in your blood starts to dissolve, basically brings more oxygen to your body. And this is loud, and you get inside of it, and the steel door goes on the outside. And this is the red bed room. So I'm about to take off all my clothes and get in the red bed. Now for the UV bed, which also has some colored lights.